Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode from my Minecraft Hardcore Season 2 world. You may have just seen a shulker perish behind me, and don't worry, that is to be expected. I've added a sort of refreshing system for the shulkers because I feel like every now and then they may actually die in here. They'll get themselves into a position where they'll be hit with each other's shulker bullets. I feel like they might teleport every once in a while from a snowball, or I don't know. So I've introduced a safety measure. And it is this refreshing system that's currently going down the outside. You see the black glass here that's currently being washed away with water. Every now and then a shulker will teleport to that glass, and then it will be shuffled around. It may teleport within the farm. It may end up going down this tube and then teleporting within the bullet chamber. So this way, I hope to keep the shulker population numbers within the bullet chamber relatively stable. I don't know how well that's going to work though. It's all just theory really. I've made some other additions or changes as well. I swapped all of the trapdoors on the top here to glass and slabbed the top as well. And I think that helps trick the bullets into thinking there's only one way they can go. They don't want to go outside and hit the snowman from below. They have to go into the water stream in the middle, because I did see them hitting the sides, which is not ideal, so I've done my best to stop that. I've also added a switch. It's just here. And what this does is it actually turns the water off. And the reason I've installed that is because if I fly away while the water system is currently running, and then teleport through the end gateway portal, and then I come back, the water in the dispensers can get sort of desynced with each other, and I'll end up with just a massive water stream going down the entire farm. So this switch is what I have done to fix that, and now that I've flicked it, we shouldn't get any more water descending down the farm. I do need to fix this system though. The switch, it's not 100% reliable. I have noticed that instead of turning the water off, it does have a very small chance of leaving it permanently on, which would mean that every single shulker within there would end up directly in the central chamber to be hit by shulker bullets. And they would also believe that they could not teleport to the outside. So I feel like we would get dwindling shulker population numbers if we did that, because they would also be too close to each other, and that decreases their duplication odds. We can't have that. But anyway, this farm has been running for a while now, while I've been running about here, making changes here and there. And this is what we have to show for it. We now have 2 full stacks of shulker shells and also 38. One has died while I've been talking in my intro here, so that's pretty good. Well, I say pretty good. It's pretty slow, but we're fine with slow because I'm not playing on a server. I'm playing in my own survival world. I have well over a stack of shulker boxes here, and I only need to really supply myself with the shulker boxes. So while this farm may be incredibly large and incredibly slow, I really don't care. I'm not too concerned about the quantities. I mean, just having a shulker farm in the world already is already making a huge difference. Like, just these shulker shells are already going to improve my life tenfold. I don't know why I zoomed in over there just then. It was a mistake. I meant to zoom in on my face. But anyway, enough of the shulker farm. We will return to it at some stage and create a build project around it, or build some other farms around it. But for now, we are heading back home. Or we were... Oh, we did go through the portal. Okay. I was worried for a second there when we just flew straight through it. I appear to be lagging a little bit. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, what's new in the world? Well, I've updated. We have made the jump straight from 1.21 to 1.21.4, so that introduces a couple of interesting things. Let me just get rid of my shulker shells for now. First off, bundles I've finally been officially added to the game! I don't feel like I've hacked the system by pre-crafting a bundle in a snapshot. And they are a little bit different now. You can dye them. I can grab a dye from in here. What colour do I want to go for? I want to go with red, you know. Do I have any red dye? I don't want to... Yes, I do. Okay. I want to go with red. Let's use red. So... we now have a red bundle. Lovely. Sort of makes it pop a little bit more in my inventory. I like that. It also means that I don't have to scroll over them just to see what's inside. Like, I know if I had multiple bundles in my inventory and one had flowers and one had blocks and one had, I don't know, bones. God knows, I'm just making these examples up in my head, but I could color code them and I could tell what bundle is which. That's pretty good. But I do feel like I will still only keep the one bundle in my inventory. But I do like the fact that I can now scroll through all of the items and I can... Oh, it doesn't quite work like that. I can scroll through the items and I think I right click and I can just take out the chorus fruit. I don't have to right click and just empty everything out anymore. So that's really good. Oh, I'm having to get used to this again. So I'm used to right-clicking with the bundle to put something in there, but it's actually a left-click now. I've got to keep that in mind. But yeah, we can now craft ourselves some additional bundles. I don't have to worry about losing them anymore. I have infinite access to an incredible feature. I am a big bundle connoisseur. I like my bundles in Minecraft. I'm glad that I finally have access to being able to craft these things again in my world. Like, the only reason I have this one and a few others, I think, how many did I craft? I've got one in here. I might have others elsewhere. I can't remember how many I made back when I was in that snapshot. I think it was snapshot 21W03A, and I crafted some bundles. And I can't go back to that snapshot because I've updated the world and I've gotten some of the new features. So it's good that I can now craft some more bundles if I so wish. I'm happy about that. And the other thing that has been added is the Pale Garden biome. Introducing the Creaking as a brand new mob. Now, I've actually taken a bit of a new approach to updates recently, and that is that I'm trying my best to not be spoiled as to what the contents of the update actually are. So when it came to the Pale Garden, I actually didn't watch Minecraft Live, so I didn't know about it from there. But of course, the internet is still the internet, and if you want to stay away from spoilers, you've got to avoid it for a while. So I had that in my mind. Okay, I'll avoid the internet. I'll avoid Minecraft YouTube for a while. But still, even when I came back, there'd be a thumbnail being like, "Oh, it's the Creaking!" And that was on the homepage. So I knew what the mob looked like, but I didn't yet know what it did. Until I watched a certain life series recently where they were playing in the new update. It was Wildlife. And that had the Pale Garden in it. So while it was incredibly entertaining to watch all of the people on that server interact with each other and do their usual life series shenanigans, I kind of got spoiled on what the Creaking does. It's a weeping angel. It's a shame. I really would have liked to have experienced discovering that it was a weeping angel for myself, but what can I do? Sometimes that's just going to be how it is. But I have to say, I have no idea what the future holds for Minecraft from now on. And hopefully, I'll be able to keep it that way. And we'll be able to discover 1.22 for ourselves. Won't that be cool, eh? So, where am I going to go to find the Pale Garden? I feel like we should try and do some exploring. Let's go in a direction I've gone before. I feel like the Pale Garden is kind of a mountainous biome, and I've actually trimmed my chunks over in this direction for storage reasons. And I'm also aware that there are some mountains bar in this direction. So let's go over here and see if we can't come across a pale garden at any point. Oh, it is so good to be able to fly around my world with rockets now. It has made such a big difference for me. Do you remember when I was going through this entire jungle with a camel? Yeah, that was a challenge. Aha. You see those torches? This is my entrance to a mine where I dug down to the bottom of the world, and then over in this direction is an ancient city which should theoretically be under a mountain. I mean, this is a mountain already, but I didn't trim these chunks because I've mined here. I'm not trimming chunks that I have interacted with, or I'm going to do my best to not trim those chunks, just in case anyone was curious about what I was meaning when I said that I've trimmed chunks. So I believe there's an ancient city under here. So we're in a good spot here. Plenty of mountains. And I think if I hang around these biomes, maybe I'll come across a pale garden? That is the hope. Oh, we've got a village. Nice. Oh, is this my beautiful valley? Oh, it is. Oh, this is such a beautiful place. Oh, just look at this. Oh, this is just such a beautiful place. I've got to do a build project here. For sure. It's just so unique in the world. Got proper, like, alpine terrain. I love it. Ooh. A pillager watchtower. Is there a horn in here? I don't have any horns in my world. Aha! We do have a horn. And we've got a smithing template as well. Oh, that's a new one. What horn is this? I mean, I should have guessed that. Of course it's the pillager horn. Okay. I'll take the dark oak logs. And I'll take the bottles of enchanting as well. Repair my elytra just ever so slightly. Everything else can go away. I have yet to see the pale garden, but we're still within Cherryville. Ooh. Whoa. Minecraft generation is so cool sometimes. I keep getting surprised. No, I can't get distracted. I keep getting surprised, and it's just absolutely breathtaking sometimes. Oh my goodness. I love the new mountainous terrain in Minecraft sometimes. It's just absolutely breathtaking. Look at the valley here! Woo! It's a proper V-shape, that. Maybe the pale garden just doesn't exist in this world. Maybe I don't know how it generates? Maybe it's not actually a mountainous biome and I'm barking up the wrong tree. Oh, this is a cool location too. Nice little, well-defendable location. I could build a city here and it'd be all looking out over the sea. Could be beautiful. If I put the effort into it. Ah, that's the trail ruins there. Just gonna screenshot those coordinates. We have it. I found it. Is this it? Is this all I can find? Oh my goodness, this is a tiny biome. Is this all I'm gonna get? Oh. Really? It's just a small clump of trees. Oh. Oh, it really affects the atmosphere. Do you see that? Blue. Suddenly grey. So I believe this is pale moss. Aha, it is. Can I craft that into anything? Not yet. But I think... No, I actually can't. Oh, pale moss carpet. Good, good. I believe that we might still be able to generate our own pale moss, just like how one would generate normal moss. You just bone meal it on the ground and it would convert the other blocks. So that's good. Ooh. That's an interesting thing. Is that... What is... It's the carpet. Oh! Oh, it's not too tall every time. Seems random. I really like this. You know, I actually really like that. Let's try and get myself a pair of shears. I assume that's what I'll need for this, which is the pale hanging moss. Okay, I shouldn't need too much of that. And now I would like a sapling. Although, it is becoming nighttime, so maybe I'll just hang about here and wait for maybe a special creaking friend to appear. So do they spawn regardless of player distance? What are the rules for the creaking? Does it just spawn like any other mob? Looks like there's still plenty of mobs spawning around here. I'm not seeing anything creaking related though. They supposedly come out at night, don't they? There should be creakings around. Is my pale garden biome just too small for a creaking? Is that what this is? Beginning to suspect that that might be the case. I think they need... Oh! An enderman wandering around. I think they need a Creaking Heart to spawn, don't they? Is it possible for a pale oak to generate without them? Because if it is, then it's very possible that none of these pale oaks have the Creaking Heart. Perhaps I should just chop them all down, see what we come across. Right, that's it. I'm chopping all the trees down. Okay, is it actually called pale oak? Yes. Okay, good to know. Hopefully, if I cut down a tree and get some saplings, we can actually potentially grow some Creaking Hearts back at home. Back at Cherryville. Okay, everyone, I think I don't have any choice but just to chop down every single tree here, take the materials, and hope that I come across a Creaking Heart so that I can confirm whether or not there would have been a creaking here in the first place. Let's get chopping. Well, everyone, I hate to confirm my suspicions, but there was in actual fact not a single Creaking Heart in this pale garden. I know that it was small, but wow, that is actually disappointing. I mean, we've got all of these pale logs out of it at least, but I didn't think it would be this rare trying to find the creaking. That is not what I was expecting at all. And another thing I've noticed is I've not actually seen any of the new flowers either. I'm wondering if they're related in any way? Although, to be fair, it's not a very big biome, so I don't know if there's enough space. It might just be that the odds weren't in the favour of generating the flowers as well. But it is a shame that this is how it's turned out, because now I have to find a new creaking biome, a new pale garden, I think. Or do I? Can I grow a Creaking Heart? That is the question. But at least we have 47 pale oak saplings, so we can grow these trees back at Cherryville if we need to. So now that that disappointment's over with, I say we go back home. We can deal with the creaking another time, I think. I mean, it was already hard enough just finding that tiny biome. Unless... is there potentially more around here? This is a big dark oak forest. Maybe there's more. Maybe I can get lucky. Yes! We've got more pale garden. Oh, it's a big one too. Oh, this looks much better. Where is he? Oh. There he is. Hello, Mr. Creaking. So, if I get rid of this creeper because I don't want him around. If I shoot you, you go over here. Where is that, though? It's creaking. That goes all the way over here. Oh, you know what? I see it. Okay. So we've got resin here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Creaking Heart. That's what I've been looking for. Is there anything else? Maybe I could get some more Creaking Hearts while I'm here. Ah, there we are. Aha. And that's number 3. They do have some really great sound design. I love the sound design behind these guys. Huh. Look how fast he's moving around. Oh. That is actually hilarious. Oh dear. And the moment you look at them, they stop moving. And it's just become daytime. And that is why they've just died. But at least we have 3 Creaking Hearts now. There we go. This biome was much better. Alright then. We have most of the things I came for. Oh, you know what? I did not grab any of the flowers. Where are they? Oh, there's one. Let's grab some of these before I go home. So these are closed eye blossoms. And I believe you can get them while they're open as well. It just needs to be daytime for that to be... No, it needs to be nighttime for that to be the case. But why have the 2 different states? If I plant one of these, does it stay in this state? I don't know. Let's just grab as many of these as possible. And you can turn them into grey dye. Okay. Although, I will be honest, we don't want to do that. Let's head home. Back to Cherryville. And hopefully we can do some creaking science there. So, we're back in Cherryville. Let's do some science. Now, first things first, I've got some of these flowers here. And I just want to see if they open up at night time, because I'm not entirely sure why they have 2 different states in their item form right now. It almost makes me feel like it can be locked into that state somehow. I don't know if I'm just barking up the wrong tree, I might well be. But I feel like that possibility has entered my mind. And the other thing I want to do is see whether I can grow Creaking Heart, or do I have to go back to that biome? So, let's chop down some trees, and hopefully we'll get lucky. Nothing from here. I do like the fact that there are these dust particles falling down from the leaves, so we can bring that particle effect wherever we like in our worlds. I don't know what I would use them for, maybe like a burnt landscape or something like that. It looks like ash. That's the kind of vibe that I'm going for. It's almost an post-apocalyptic ash falling from the sky. And all that remains is a dead biome. That's basically what a pale garden is. It just looks like a dead tree biome, really. Oh! The flowers do open up. And if I pick these up, I can get an open eye blossom, and that's really interesting. So I can get an orange dye from these. So the dye changes depending on what time of day you pick them up. So that's why they've got a different item form at day and night. Okay. I like that. I can get behind that. The blocks themselves look nice. I like the stripped log a lot. It looks like a kind of quartz calcite kind of mixture crossover. I think they would blend well together, actually. And the bark, the log itself, I think this looks a lot like basalt. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? It's probably a good variance. We could introduce it within a basalt build as like a little bit of extra flair for the texturing. Come on. Generate a Creaking Heart, please. Don't think that's done anything. Really, I just want to know, is there a chance of me accidentally spawning creaking within my base as I happen to farm up some of the pale oak trees? Just a question I want answering, really. Okay, so I've grown a few trees now, and I haven't had a Creaking Heart spawn in any of them, and I know that that might just mean that the odds are low, but I don't want to spend all day growing trees. I mean, at least I'm getting a lot of the new wood this way. Now, the question I really want to answer is, how easy is it to generate resin? So, let's spawn ourselves a creaking, shall we? Where is he? There he is. Let's look away. Whoa! What? Whoa! Oh, I've got to deal with phantoms now, sir. Do you mind? He's not too fast. I don't know if that's just because I'm not in the biome at the moment. But, like, I can... Oh! Okay, so he can actually catch up with me. Okay. But if I hit him, he generates resin. And I can actually just pick that up. And I can keep doing it. There's some more resin. Okay, good, good. Thank you very much. Oh, he's just hit me again. He does do a bit of damage. I mean, how much is it if I've got my chest plate on? It's not even noticeable with my chest plate on. Okay. Am I getting hurt? Oh, my dude. You are so weak. Oh, that's tragic. Okay. Good to know. I don't have to be worried about this thing. So, one thing I really wanted to do is get a dispenser. Can I... potentially... I can't move him in there, can I? Whoop. I was hoping he'd get in the way. Right, okay. Can I potentially shoot him? I've got to do this quick, because I'm running out of time. And generate resin that way? No. Oh! Don't tell me. Does it have to be physically hit by the player? Because I can shoot him and get those particles, but I can't do that with a dispenser? I'm gonna have to try this again, but with maybe a mob. Maybe a mob would do better? If I got, like, a skeleton or a snow golem. I've been working with snow golems recently, or snowmen, as I realise that I've been calling them in the last video. Oh, there he goes. So I wonder if I get a snowman and get them to throw snowballs at the creaking, will that generate resin for me? Because I believe it's the particles that generates the resin, right? Or does the resin generate regardless? Oh, I need to get to the next night. Can I sleep the day away? Now that I am free, though, can I maybe create a Creaking Heart? No? I would like to create a Creaking Heart. Is that something I can potentially do? I don't have any resin. So if I was to do this and then surround the block with... No, that's not a thing. I can create a block of resin, though. Oh! It breaks instantly. Okay, not good to know. What can I do with this? Block of resin. Resin. I thought I could make brick blocks out of this. Was that true? How do I go about doing that? Clearly, this is a time for a stone cutter. So, can I use that in here? No. How do you make the resin bricks? Resin. Huh, I don't see anything. I thought you could make bricks out of the resin. Was I wrong? Anyway, this is actually a super vibrant block. It really pops out of any scenario I would put it in. How would I use this block? I mean, obviously, it could potentially work with the Creaking Heart. But everything else... Would it work well with honey? As like an extra bit of decorative honey action? Is that a thing? I've got some honey. And funnily enough, all of the blocks break instantly. I like that. I think it can go well with honey, potentially. Like, maybe we could have a honey river, and the resin would be like the banks of the honey river. That could be cool. Oh! You gave me a heart attack. Now, sir, now that you're back in the world, I have some more things that I would like to test with you. So, I can do that, and I can cause you to generate resin over here. However, I was wondering, sir, if maybe perchance I could get a mob to potentially do the same thing with you. Like, let's see what happens when I spawn an iron golem, and you've really thrown me off my game there, dude, by hitting me just then, so let's do that. Ah. It doesn't look like I'm getting much in the way of resin from doing this. It's looking like it's gonna have to be a player-caused hit on the creaking in order to get the resin, which is going to be a bit unfortunate. Can I just do this? Can I just hit him constantly? I mean, I can, but I have to wait for the animation to stop before it generates more resin. Is that how it works? Clearly not the fastest of stuff. Can I place resin on resin? No. So, can I cause you to do it with a snowball? Yes, I can. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So, does that mean that a snow golem is likely to be any different then? As opposed to an ordinary golem? Let's give that a look. Okay, so we've got a snow golem there. Yeah, that's not doing anything. Okay. Let's see what we can do with some wolves. Okay, Ashen, it's your time to shine. I just want to see whether a wolf is able to kill... No, not kill, but hit the creaking. Is that a thing? It is! Okay, so we can farm resin with wolves. Okay, so that's how you do this thing automatically. It's good to know. Right, that's enough of that, Ashen. Sit down, boy. How did the snowman die? Just out of interest. Because I'm not actually entirely sure how that happened. Now, importantly, I think something that is worthy of note is the creaking doesn't seem to attack other mobs. See, it doesn't care at all about the iron golem or the wolf attacking it just there. It's just jumping up and down. But now that I get close to it, it stops. And it's like, whoa! You know? You almost got into the wolf helltail just then, mate. Oh, there he goes. But I was able to get quite a bit of resin from him, so that's pretty good. Let's see if there's anything else we can craft with it if we have more blocks of resin. So we now have 14 blocks of resin. Can I maybe make a harder block? No. Okay. How about if I do that? Or that? Or maybe some stairs? Slabs? I could have sworn that you could craft some actual, like, brick blocks with the resin stuff. I feel like I've been lied to. Maybe it's with the clumps. Nope, it isn't. Okay. Well, I guess I've got 14 blocks of resin then. It's, I'm gonna be honest, this is a very slow block to farm if you're gonna do it individually with only one creaking. You're gonna want multiple creakings in a creaking farm with multiple wolves, and I don't know how you would go about aggroing each wolf onto each individual creaking. Would a wolf go after a creaking automatically, or would it wait for it to hit you? I don't know. I think that's going to have to be the next test. Are there any new advancements regarding the creaking? Would it be in here? No, of course it's not going to be in there. Adventure. I'm sure it'll be in Monsters Hunted, but I feel like we've probably already killed one by just by destroying the Creaking Heart. So I'm going to count that as part of our 32 of 37. Wonder what's left in there. The Zoglin? That would be one. Warden would be another one. Oh wait, no, that's not included in Monsters Hunted, is it? I can only think of the Zoglin at the moment. Oh, the Bogged. I've not seen the Bogged, despite there being a swamp right there. Yet to see them. Sleep in a bed to change your respawn point. I didn't realise that that was an advancement. I can't actually get that in this world because I can't sleep. I thought it was just going to be the totem advancement, but there's another one. Oh dear. Discover every biome. Are you kidding me? I'm only 2 biomes away. What would the last 2 be? Oh, that's going to be a hard one. Well, it doesn't look like there are any new advancements for me to complete with the creaking mob. So really, the only science I can feel like is left for me to do is for me to see if a dog will automatically go after a creaking without me having to be hit by the creaking or me hitting the creaking. If I can get a dog to automatically go after them without any input from me, that would be pretty good, wouldn't it, Ashen? Oh, there he is. The creaking has spawned, so can I get the wolf to attack it without any input from me? Go for it. Go for the creaking. Oh, this isn't going to work, is it? Okay. So I do need to actually hit the creaking, or for the creaking to actually hit me before we get any resin. Okay. Well, now we know. It is actually super fast. It's actually keeping pace with me sprinting. That is actually terrifying. It can hit me. This whole scenario just makes me laugh. The village is just there. It's like, what's going on here? Meanwhile, there's a wolf biting at this creaking's ankles and this iron golem just going absolutely to town and getting absolutely nothing done. I'm just going to wait and see how long it takes for me to take some damage from the creaking here. And I think I'm going to make that my last bit of creaking science for today. My armor does seem to be holding up quite well, and there we go. We have finally taken half a heart of damage. You, sir, you're pretty weak. Not gonna lie. But anyway, be gone with you. That's enough of that. And unfortunately, I've planted many pale oak trees, and we haven't had a single pale oak heart, or creaking heart, sorry, spawn within the tree. But it's not all bad news. We now have an entire shulker box of pale oak wood, as well as a little bit over. We've got 3 creaking hearts, and that was from the biome itself. We might have to go back and gather some more. I don't know if there's a way to make more, is the issue. Maybe there is a way, and I just don't know what it is yet. Okay, there's one last bit of science that I'd like to try out with the creaking, and that is, does it spawn in other dimensions? Because it seems to be tied to the day-night cycle, and if it's anything like bees, if I go to the nether, it may either be out in the world all of the time or none of the time. I mean, I don't really know how it works with bees. Is it just considered daytime permanently in the nether? In which case I won't get the creaking? Or is it just considered its own separate entity and we'll just get both out all at once? And I want to try this in the end as well. The end is the important one, because I might have more control over where the creaking spawns within the end. I might even be able to use the end for a proper creaking farm. We could have it be next to our brand new Shulker farm, and that could, in theory, serve as a good place to semi-AFK the Shulker farm, but not actually be AFK in the first place. That's actually something that we don't do in this world. So, can I get a creaking here? Do you see it? Oh. I don't see it. And this ghast is really annoying me. Is it here? Oh, there's another one! I don't think it's spawning. Let's go over here. Okay, let's try this again. Anything? We might have to call this a bust, unfortunately. I will try again within the end, though. Okay, let's give this a try. We're in the end. We're surrounded by Endermen and all of that shebang. Let's just get this in place. Anywhere? No? Oh, that is unfortunate. So we can only get the creaking from within the overworld, then. Oh, that makes things a little bit more difficult. Okay. Well, at least I know for now. We cannot make a creaking farm in other dimensions. It has to be within the overworld. Ah, that's a shame. I could have done with being able to put one in the end. Okay, one final bit of science. I think I already called the last thing a bit of science, but this is the true final bit of science. And the question is, can I smelt? No. I cannot smelt the resin. Okay. Well, that's a shame. Now we know. Now that we finally have more access to shulker boxes, though, I can actually do something that I was hoping to do within the last episode, and that is... Ooh, what's going on here? What? Why are you putting that shulker box in there? Okay, so I can finally make some proper rocket boxes. In fact, we're just going to name all of these Rocket Box. And there we go. We now have 6 rocket boxes. And that means that Jerry the Redstone Creeper has just had a bit of an upgrade. We can finally make use out of these shulker box dispensary units, or, sorry, proper words please. We now have shulker filling stations, and look at that, it's already working away. We are getting shulker boxes of rockets, and whenever we want to take a new shulker box of rockets, we can just break it and replace it with the one that we had in our ender chest. And if we wanted to swap the flight duration 2 rockets, we could do that here, and flight duration 3 would end up being here. But we don't have that many rockets backed up in the system, so it will take a while for all of these shulker boxes to fill up, but they will fill up, and they'll do it automatically. And I'm quite happy that I've been able to get rid of a mundane task like that. I will no longer have to craft my own rockets in this world. I can just come right here, plonk a shulker down, and then when the time comes, I can always come back here and take it back again. I can also take this opportunity to give Jerry some actual TNT boxes to fill his TNT desires with. So Jerry is supposed to be able to provide boxes of TNT for me, but at the moment he can't do that because he's got 0 shulker boxes. But I should be able to just do that and get the process started. And now, once we actually get an overflow of TNT going into this area, we can start getting some TNT boxes. But that may take a while, because I don't know how much TNT we've actually got at the moment. Clearly enough that it's... yeah, I need to craft some more TNT to get to the stage where I'm actually filling boxes. So now, once this hopper chain fills up with TNT, we'll start getting shulker boxes of TNT that we can also take from Jerry, the redstone creeper. I have no idea what I was flying into just then. But we should be able to take those TNT boxes from Jerry whenever we like, once he has them available. So we've got to wait for this redstone lamp to light up. We've also got to feed him lots of sand. Because Jerry, he is a very, very hungry boy. How's my first rocket box looking? Okay. That's a good amount of rockets so far. Yep. It might be slow getting the rest of them, but the sugarcane farm will slowly but surely provide all of the paper that the rocket farm requires in order to actually... hang on. Oh, that one fills up first. I forgot about that. So now that that's filled up, this will fill up, and then it will start going into this box. Okay, that's actually a lot more rockets than I thought we had. Oh, good. The redstone lamp's lit up too. I'm glad that works. And now I have also taken the opportunity to color code my wood. Yes, that's right, it sounds a bit strange, but it's because I don't want to be having to search through loads and loads of chests just to find some logs of a specific type. So what we've done is we've color coded it. Everything in this green shulker box is an oak log, as you can see. And we've got lime for bamboo, cyan for warped wood, purple for crimson because red is reserved for mangrove, obviously. Grey is for dark oak because I feel like there might be potential for a darker wood type. Like, I wouldn't put it past Mojang coming up with a black wood at some stage. So we're going to save black until something darker comes along. Jungle is yellow because there's not really a good jungle equivalent colour for dyes. Orange is acacia, cherry's pink, birch is light grey because white is going to be for the pale oak. And then we're going to use brown for spruce as well. And not only that, we've got a couple of extra colours. So we've got the azalea bushes here, and we're going to use, for the ordinary azalea stuff, it's just light blue. And for the flowering azalea stuff, it's going to be magenta. I think that colour coding the wood is going to help out massively in the long run, especially now that we're in the end game. I might build a tree farm at some stage, and it'll be good to be able to have them all in their own little rows in the chests, and yeah, I think this is a good idea. I've even got the shulkers for the leaves as well. Now, I've done some more mining for diamonds in between episodes as well, so I should probably just go on ahead and show those off before we end the video for today. So we've gotten 4 stacks and 55 diamond ores, and we've accidentally fortuned up 22 of them already. So let's go ahead and fortune up the rest of them and add them to the blue lava floor back at spawn. So let's just see how lucky we are today. Alright, what have we come out to today? How many diamonds have we got this episode? We have got... okay. 10 stacks and 38. I like that number a lot. It's only a stack and 11 diamond blocks though. So as it turns out, we have 75 diamond blocks that we can add to our blue lava floor back here at spawn. Let's see just how much progress we can make here. So this is what 75 diamond blocks worth of progress looks like. And I think if we do that maybe another 4 or 5 times, I'd say that this blue lava floor might actually be finished. It doesn't feel like there's much left to do. I am definitely looking forward to never having to mine for diamonds ever again. And on that note, it's time for me to end. So, I hope you enjoyed this video of Creaking Science, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!